Hi, my name is Nicole. Today I brought you a video on PHP variables. Of course, if you just want to get started with PHP, this is a very basic lesson for PHP. And for the prerequisite for PHP, if you know HTML, you will understand the PHP better. When we talk about variables are containers for storing information. Means that we create a data holder to hold that piece of information. When we work with PHP, you have to make sure your local host is working. So if you're using Mac, make sure you on your MAM server. If you're using Windows, make sure you on your WAM server or XAMPP server. So of course you must have your editor. So now with me I have opened up a Sublime new documents. You can use your Dreamweaver, you can use your Atom, you can use your Visual Studio Code, or you can use any editors that you like such as a Bracket and so forth. Let's start with a new document. So for a usual HTML, we have a HTML open and we have a closing HTML, and I'm just quickly create the structure of the web page with the title, close title. So of course this happened in a head with the head and body. So I just quickly finish the structure of a simple HTML and we have a body. So if you want your content to appear on the web page, make sure you put it in the body. Alright, so this is the structure of a simple HTML. Alright, so we are good to add on the PHP code now. So variables, let's take a look. So creating a PHP variable, we start with a $ symbol and then give it a name of the variables and assign a value. So this is an example. We add in the PHP block and we start with a $, give the variable a name, give the container a name. This container is going to store the information of the message, a string. So when we use double quotation here, this is a string, means it's a message. So and then make sure you put a semicolon to end, and when end every line of PHP. So let's add PHP. So well, when you create the variables, it can happen before the opening of HTML. All right. Okay. So which is here, we put the PHP block, opening and closing. So I will just space out to where I'm ready to add on more PHP functions, commands and syntax. So this is the basic PHP block, and I will just start with my variable, start with $, and followed by the name. Okay, so this variable is called virus. All right, so this is the container. You can imagine it's a Tupperware. So this empty Tupperware, I'm going to store something inside, and in this case, which is and make sure you have open double quotation, close double quotation, and semicolons to end the command. Alright, so each line is better to keep it a good practice when you have a semicolon. Alright, so this I am going to store this information, coronavirus. So the declaration of the variables is done such way. So let's move on. Okay, so after you have stored the information, you can basically recall the variable. You can recall the variable and embed it in the HTML. So I'm going to show it on the page. So it must happen in the body. So I add one pair of H1 and I'm ready to put in the PHP block. echo the container. And I'm good to save it as PHP file. So save as, I will call it variables. I will save under my htdoc. And I have created a folder called first PHP. I will save inside first PHP and variable.php. Now we are ready to go to view our page. So for my web server, it starts with the localhost 8888 is for web server, then just localhost / and I save it into this first PHP folder, and the file name is called variables.php. So here it echoes coronavirus. So if we check our file, it says we have a variable and we recall the variables. We echo the virus, means it will show coronavirus. Alright, after recalling a variable, we can recycle the codes. You can copy and paste the same code, echo $virus, to anywhere you want. So basically, PHP makes repetitive web tasks with HTML easier. So you don't need to repeat many sentences anywhere, but you can just recycle the codes. For examples, in the title you can put PHP echo virus, and in heading 1 you can put PHP echo virus, and in paragraph you can put the same block, and even in the image alternate text you can put the same code as well. So for example, the title here, if you want to say introduction to coronavirus, instead of you type coronavirus, you can basically just put the PHP code, right, which is this block. You can copy and paste, but if it is too many lines, so if it's a bit long, we can actually put this into one line. So intro to PHP echo virus. So you can basically just copy the same block into different places, so that you don't you can recycle the codes wherever you want. For example, H1 or paragraph, the latest news on coronavirus. So I replace it with the PHP code. So if you to save it, Command S, and to refresh it. So basically you will notice here the title tag, introduction to coronavirus, I didn't actually type it out, but it's actually I put an introduction to the variable's name, and as for the heading 1, I also put the PHP block to echo the virus name and the latest news on coronavirus. This word also by PHP block, so you can use the same PHP block over different places. We can add the image, which the alternative text img is a self-closing tag. Alright, so img source src, I have actually saved an image into the same folder or same directory. So the image is called coronavirus.png file, and we can basically use, this is a alternative text. equal double quotation. So the alternative tags, I can put the same PHP block. So you save it, and while your browser is still open, you can basically refresh it. Then you basically can see the image is put in here. So let's say the image is gone. So I will just temporarily cut out the picture. I will just rename it a bit. So let's say this is, okay, I rename the picture. If the picture is not available, the alternative tags will appear here. Next, we'll talk about variable assignment. So at first we have the virus variable, and the information store is coronavirus. So we create another variables and we keep this COVID-19 information in that container. So you can actually assign this value to replace with the original value coronavirus. So by using the equal sign. So this container, wherever the store inside the container is no longer valid, I'm going to assign a new information to keep it into virus container. So we can basically quickly add on another variable, another name equals to COVID-19, and we assign the virus equals to the another name. So basically, by assigning this variable, wherever store inside the another name variable, and it will replace coronavirus. And you will see COVID-19 is has replaced coronavirus everywhere if you to refresh the browser. Okay, can you see? This is an assignment of the variable. So next, we have the concatenation. Concatenation means that you put the two values together. So for example, we have we just echo virus, so and also echo another name. All right, so we echo virus and another name. All right, by adding a dot operator. So let's try it. So this is assignment. Maybe I'll just try temporarily just comment it out. All right, because I wanted these two to store different values. So let's echo in another pair of H1. Maybe I'll just do it here. Another H1. So I will just say I'll just put in PHP and block and echo the virus name, and also I want to echo a space. All right, so a space, I just keep a space, and I just want to put together another message. So I put a dot, and then I put another string, also known as, right, and here I will just concat again, also known as $, another name. I'll save it. Okay, I'll just save it and refresh. So you basically concat a few values together. If you want to add a space here, you can go ahead and add the space. Alright, so that's all for this video. Okay, do remember to subscribe to my channel and like my video. Bye.